this is Paul C.H.E.K. Welcome to part 4 of our 4-part mini-series on rotation dieting. Today I'm going to give you some tips for rotation dieting. In case you're just jumping in on this video and haven't seen the previous 3 segments of this series, part 1 was what is rotation dieting. Part 2 is why use a rotation diet, where I talk all about how the gut functions and how we get ourselves in trouble with food and get joint problems and health problems, and why rotation dieting can help with that. Last section, I talked about the different types of rotation dieting based on my own clinical practice and what I found worked well. And today I'm going to give you some tips. So let's start. Number 1, when it comes to rotation dieting, a lot of people think, oh my God, it's going to be so hard. It's so different. I'm going to have to do all this extra shopping. Hey, guess what? I got news for you. It actually makes your shopping easier, because you can go right here in my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy, and go right to page 236, if I remember right, and you'll see the colors with the foods that you're supposed to work from each day, and that is how you can plan your rotation diet. If you study my Identifying Your Primal Pattern Diet audio recording, you will then be able to use muscle testing, or what I call soul connection, and you can go right through here and either muscle test or get connection from your soul and choose the foods that your body's going to want for that 4-day cycle. And you can also have others give you their choices based on the 4 colors. That way you know right where you're looking for when you go to the store. It's in, select, out. All that time wandering around looking at the shelves, I wonder what I want, I wonder if Bob will like this, I wonder if the kids will like this. You already got it done. It's efficient. So that's really important. When you're shopping, it's very important to remember your best food is going to come from farmers markets and local farms. That's the way to go. Those are the people we want to support. We want to keep our money going back into the soil, to rehabilitate the soil and help grow that microorganism population and help clean the soils out. So local farms, farmers markets, and stay. There we go. Okay, so cooking prep. Rotation dieting has turned out to be something that most of my clients come back and say, Paul, it's actually a lot easier on me as the mother or the father that does the cooking, because I know exactly what we're going to eat. And since we're all going to be eating the same food for 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or if you want, you can start your rotation on dinner. A lot of people like to do that. It's natural to make a big dinner. So on a rotation diet, if you start your rotation in the evening at dinner time, you cook enough food that you have enough left over for tomorrow's breakfast and tomorrow's lunch. So you actually only cook 1 time and you got great food ready to go, which is very, very helpful. As I show down here, it makes it easier for children and others to get access to food. They don't have to wait for mom to be around to cook. They've already got a big lamb shank and a bunch of nice vegetables, and they just get in there with their knife and cut off what is going to work for them. No problem, much easier. Just train them to wash their dishes. Okay? So, also, my experience, and I've done this for myself living on the road. I often have somebody like Vidya here to support me with food, or Penny, or someone like that. But I've been on the road by myself and used a slow cooker, and I love it. I take a slow cooker, I chop up a bunch of vegetables, I got some potatoes, I got some carrots, I got whatever fits my rotation diet for the day, throw it in there with a whole chicken or a duck or a half a duck or whatever. Turn it on at night before you go to bed. You wake up in the morning, it's done, it's ready, and it is gorgeous, man. Works for me. Okay? So you can use slow cooking methods, which decreases the destruction of the food, by the way. There's a lot of great benefits. That, and you can add fermented foods to your slow cooked food to bring some life back in. You can use salads, you can use greens, you can put a big salad together with your slow cooked meat, and there's not much to it. It's easy to do. It's great bachelor living too, by the way, if you're a bachelor or a bachelorette. If I can do it on the road, anyone can do it, because I don't really enjoy cooking. I like eating. Next, storage. After you cook all that food, if you're going to keep your meat in the crock pot from meal to meal, it's a good idea to reheat it before you eat it in case you get any bacterial buildup. So just bring it back up to your slow cook temperature, let it cook for a little bit, a few minutes, whatever, till it's hot inside. Then you can eat it. If you're going to store meat, I recommend storing it in glass or ceramic. Meat has fat in it. Fat absorbs toxins. So if you wrap meat in plastic or put it in plastic bowls, it's going to suck xenoestrogens and all sorts of other things that you don't want in your body. So use glass or ceramic or very high quality Tupperware that has a very low leach rate, but I recommend glass and ceramic myself. Vegetables. Vidya taught me that if you let vegetables sit out overnight, they often taste a lot better. They mature and the flavors mix together. So if you've got vegetables that you've slow cooked or prepared and they don't have flesh foods in them, you don't even have to put them in the refrigerator. Just cover them so they're properly sealed. Leave them overnight. So if you start your rotation at dinner, you wake up the next morning, just heat the pot up or just scoop right out of it. Heat your meat up. Instant meal. Man, this blows the doors off any TV meal or any of this boxed poison that people are putting in their mouth in the name of food. Remember my previous discussion? Your first stage of digestion is choosing food that's digestible. Choosing real food. Step 1. Remember to eat it slowly. Chew your food till it's liquid. Eat your water. Drink your food and eat your water is what the Taoists say to aid your digestion. So rotation dieting reduces cooking, reduces cleaning, because you're not cooking several meals, you're cooking one big one. And it makes food handling easier, and it's easy for children and others to eat. So those are some of my tips. Remember, there's lots more for you in my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. And because fungus problems or fungal infections and parasite problems are not only very common and very big causers of gut destruction and ill health, it's a really good idea to know how to prevent these problems by having your house right, things you can do with cookware, cleaning supplies, little environmental changes, soaps, all sorts of neat stuff. There's 4 DVDs chock full of my crazy love for you right here. Okay, so that brings us to the conclusion of our 4-part mini-series. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to rotation diet from me, Paul C.H.E.K. I look forward to sharing in my next series. What it is, I don't know. I'll see if I can rub the crystal ball, and I think it'll be something. See you then.